Hello YouTube, hello, and we're back again, of course. And today we're gonna be talking about Season 3 Kazuya combos. And we're gonna be covering every combo situation, by the way. If you're a Kazuya player, you, viewer, and you don't know how to combo after a certain situation, this is a video for you, exactly for you. We're gonna be covering all of the situations, so let's start. Now, when it comes to combos, a lot of people will just show you the combos, usually YouTube vids are like that, and not explain them. I'll be explaining each one as well. So let's start. Let's start with the most obvious one, which is an electric. So an electric combo with Kaz, your number one priority, by the way, in all of your combos is gonna be to reach the wall. That's one. And also, one more thing is that I'm going to be showing combos that I like doing. These are the combos that I like to do, which are also try to optimize them. They're optimized. Don't sacrifice damage, while also easy to do. Well, easier than most other combos. So let's start with electrics. So the electric combo I like to do, and you guys can also see, it's Xiaoyu as my opponent, so you guys can see it will work even against Xiaoyu. So the combo I like to do is sidestep 4-1 into tornado. The sidestep 4-1 to tornado is really good in my opinion, because it doesn't sacrifice much damage. It's very consistent, it never drops. If you do the sidestep 4-1 fast enough anyway, don't delay it too much like this. Just do it instantly after an electric launch, instant sidestep 4-1. The side doesn't really matter that much, but I would advise sidestep right a little bit better. It is a bit more consistent and the angle is a bit better, but this is really good. I would advise everyone to do this electric combo because it has a lot of variety. Like after this sidestep 4, you can down forward 3 in the middle to extend the combo range a little bit more, make it a little bit more comfortable to reach to the wall. You can not do that and instead do a jab into 3-1, let's say, to make the wall carry even longer than it normally is, while also having still very good damage. So this has a lot of variety. It's very easy to do. You can just change it up midway if you feel like it, depending on the distance of the wall and stuff like that. It's very good. And these are for wall situations, right? You have to use these combos for you to get to the other wall. But if there's no wall, let's say, or more in the infinite stage, this combo still works really well, because after you sidestep 4-1 like this, you can do an electric, which creates a very good Oki situation. If you create the right angle, if you guys paid attention there, I did a sidestep right, as I said, sidestep right's a bit better, into another long sidestep right, and then an electric here to cause the flip over on the Xiaoyu, which makes the Oki a bit better because they actually can't spring kick or recovery kick here, and their get up kicks are also slower. So this is a good situation for Oki on infinite stages. There we go. That's an electric. That's one. Next, 4-4-3. So 4-4-3, my go-to combo is always going to be sidestep 3, and this is a Season 1 combo, by the way. The Season 1 combo was a 3-1 extension here, but the extension is very free. You can do whatever you want with it. The important part is doing sidestep 3 here into back 2-2. And you can do sidestep 4-1 into down forward 1-4 for wall carry, while also doing good damage, decent wall carry. You can use heat bursts freely, by the way, in any of my combos into more wall carry, let's say, or a little bit better Oki. You can freely use heat burst anywhere here, but my recommendation for heat burst usually will be to use it after sidestep 4-1, but this will require practice, this right here, because this most likely will drop, because it's not that easy to do. You have to mini dash into it, but you can freely implement the heat bursts anywhere you want here, because the combos are really that interchangeable. They're really flexible per se. So yeah, sidestep 3 is my go-to. The reason I don't do CD1 plus 2 combos, something like this, which is, you know, usually what you will see a lot, is because this, as you guys saw, cannot reach the wall. It can with another variation of the combo, which is a back 3-1 combo, something like this, right? So this will reach the wall a little bit better. It still didn't, but it will be a little bit better control-wise, but sidestep 3 is going to be my go-to 100% of the time, and it's a very simple combo. It doesn't drop most of the time. 99% of the time it won't drop. Sometimes it will, but it will most of the time it will work. There we go. So yeah, that's 4-4-3. Now let's talk about counter launchers. Now the most inflexible counter launcher, well, there's two of them. One is 4-4-4. One of the best ones I like to do here is just simple back 2-2 into a wall carry combo, just like everything else. As I said, number one priority is to go to the wall. This is very simple, it won't drop, but if you want a lot of more damage and a little bit more execution, you can do an electric here. But this electric is very rough to do, because you have to mini dash electric. If you do an instant electric, it won't really work, and it's also much harder. Like instant electric back to 2 down forward 1, this won't work. So what you have to do is a dash electric here, and you have to be very fast as well. I wouldn't really recommend this, so back to 2 is the way to go. There we go. That's forward 4 counter launch. Now down forward 2 counter launch. Now if you're goated like this, of course you can just perfect electric. Of course. Most Kazuya players just perfect electric for no reason. But I would not recommend this usually if you want to stay consistent. If you're having fun, you can do it. I do it a lot as well, but what I do if you want to stay consistent, and this is the best combo from down forward 2, by the way, from what I found, is I just do 1 2 4 3 into down forward 1 down forward 2. So this combo is very flexible because it has high damage, high wall carry. As you guys see, it's 101 damage, while also giving you very, very good control over the combo. There's one downside to this combo, and as you guys can see, it doesn't work if you don't mini dash. So if you don't mini dash here after 1 2 4 3, down forward 1 down forward 2, it doesn't work on female characters. On males it actually works, by the way, most of the time anyway, but on female characters it doesn't work. So I would advise everyone, if you want to use this combo, to practice mini dashing, because this is a very, very good combo route that even enables this kind of damage. Just 83 damage is one of the highest ones. So high damage, good wall carry, good combo, utility, flexibility. It basically has everything. Only downside is that mini dash right there that I showed. That's the only downside of it. There we go. That's the down forward 2 countered combo. Now, another kind of unflexible combo is down 1 plus 2 counter it. Down 1 plus 2 counter it, you just wall staying 1 plus 2 into your generic ender as well, just to get to the wall. And you do generic ender like this as well. So it's not that flexible. You always kind of do the same thing. You do this, back to 2 down forward 1 down forward 2. This is a very, you know, you can't really change this up. But you can change up the after tornado combo based on where the wall is. Let's say do an early down forward 1 down forward 2 for the wall carry or whatever. Right? There we go. That's for down 1 plus 2. Now, let's talk about a little bit more rarer counter launchers, which is sidestep 3 and 2-2. So this and this, both of them have very, very similar counter properties. They're the same, basically. And if you want to do a high damaging combo, CD1 plus 2 is the way to go, but I would never recommend this usually because it's very, very hard to get, especially on characters like Xiaoyu. As you guys can see, it's whiffing a lot. If you do a good mini dash here, and the angle is a little bit better as well, this will hit, but it's so hard to hit, especially on characters like Xiaoyu, as I already mentioned, that I would never recommend that. I can't even showcase it right now. There we go. I can't showcase it. So what I would 100% recommend is, instead of a CD1 plus 2, which is the highest damage, just to do down forward 1 down forward 2. Just run up down forward 1 down forward 2 and do your normal ender. This will work really, really well. It still does decent damage. The wall splat won't be the same. I mean, won't be that good, but it's good. It's very, very consistent, so I would 100% recommend it. The CD1 plus 2, as I said, doesn't really work. You can also do CD1 instead, but yeah, down forward 1, down forward 2 is what I would recommend usually. And if you want to get to the next level, if you can, try to do a double sidestep here, because if you double sidestep, you might get to the wall better, like this, because it's gonna be a better angle. But this is just hard, obviously. So that's for the counter launchers in general. So sidestep 3, 2-2 is a little bit rare, we won't really get that, but others you can 100% use. Now let's talk about wall standing punishment. So wall standing punishment is wall standing 1-2. Usually I go for this combo almost all the time. There are some exceptions, but usually I go for this because it's the most consistent while also retaining some damage. So it's wall standing 1 plus 2, back to 2, back to 2 laser. It's nothing too complicated. You can also do other stuff like this, for example. Sometimes I try it, but this requires a lot of mini dashing, and the damage is slightly lower. It's droppable. It's very droppable, actually. So I wouldn't really recommend that, and I would recommend to go for the first one almost all the time. Now let's talk about wall standing 2. So wall standing 2 also has the CD1 plus 2 route, which I talked about already that I don't like because of the limited wall carry potential and the not flexible combo route in general. It's not flexible. So instead I go for the season 1 route, which does same-ish damage, if not a little bit more, with wall staying 1 plus 2, right? While also having very flexible combo route and very good wall carry to go to the wall, something like this. Wall combo into high damage, while also covering, as I said, a lot of different routes, because you can just exchange and there's change sidestep 4-1 ender, change 3-1 into it, let's say, or whatever, right? So wall standing 2, this is 100% my go-to route. You can do a lot of other routes as well. We can actually sidestep 4-1 the same way in the electrics. In a lot of these routes, for example, forward forward 3, for example, this wall standing 2, for example, down forward 2 counter it. You can actually use sidestep 4-1 combos just like the electric combo as well. But these are the ones I'm using right now for a little bit higher damage. But you can do all of that too. Okay, I think these mostly are the launchers that you will get. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything on Kazuya anyway. But the combos aren't really just that. Combos also are, for example, heat combos. And heat combos are the ones that changed in Season 3 the most, because they don't work the same anymore. So when it comes to heat, if you are in heat, let's say something like this, when it comes to your heat dashes, your combos are changed. But they are very, very simple to explain. The combos that you do are the same combos as your electric. You basically do sidestep 4-1 and do your electric staple that I already showcased. This. And this works really, really consistently in all of your heat dashes. Let's say back 4, right? You just do this, sidestep 4, down forward 3. And ender, as I already said, it's very flexible. You can just change it up however you want. This is a little bit more inconsistent because down forward 1, forward 3, 1. As I said, the sidestep 4-1 is usually the go-to. But this will work, as I mentioned, with all heat dashes. The sidestep direction, I would usually suggest to the right, usually anyway. But both of them should work. More or less, they should work. And this is the same with down forward 1 to heat dash as well. It is. If you want to do a little bit more damage, you can try to do a couple of electrics, like 3 electric combo, for example, is possible here. If you do a 3 electric combo, something like this, you'll need a mini dash down forward 1. And this is gonna be the highest damage you can do, which is, 64 damage compared to 56 or something like that. But I wouldn't recommend this because this is so droppable. The 3 electrics are droppable, and the mini dash after it is also droppable, just like the normal 3 electric combo. So, yeah, this is it for heat combos, by the way, the heat dash combo, very, very good. But now let's talk about the other combo variations, which is wall explosions, balcony breaks, and stuff like that, because those are also left. They are left. So, let's talk about them. We are on this stage because I can actually showcase a lot of those just on this one stage. So now let's go to a balcony break, something like this. Right? So on the balcony break, I almost always do the same thing in every balcony break situation. Whenever you break it with something like this, I always down back 4. Down back 4, back to 2, down forward 1, down forward 2. Slight sidestep here will make this a little bit more consistent to get to the wall, but your number one priority is gonna be wall travel here. So the 3-1 is really good, just like I showcased. It's really, really good actually. But you don't really need to do a 3-1 there. You can also do a sidestep 4. But sidestep 4 just makes it so it's a little bit more awkward to get to the wall and whiffs a little bit more as well. That's why I don't like it that much. But 3-1, as I showcased, is the one I go for almost all the time. Your number one priority is always going to be to go to the wall, and this works really, really well. But that's for a single hit wall splat. A single hit wall splat is something like this, for example, right? A single hit wall splat is also something like this. Because the first hit doesn't really count because they're still not getting wall splatted. The wall splat hit is what counts. But this is a 2-hit wall splat, which means down back 4 into back 2-2, this won't work anymore because you have an extra hit. And when it comes to the extra hit, when it comes to hell sweeps, what you do is just don't down back 2, not down back 2, down back 4 anymore. You do the same thing and do the same 3-1 and go to the wall. A little bit of wave dash will help you for more wall carry, just like I did right there. But as I said, go to the wall almost all the time. You need the wall damage, you need the Oki. This is your number one priority. On some balcony break stages, it's gonna be a little bit harder to do this, but in most of them, this will work, by the way. Most of them, this will work. You just have to adjust accordingly based on the distance to the wall. Okay, so that's about balcony breaks. Now we can actually talk about floor breaks. So floor breaks are very, very simple. Floor breaks, I don't really have anything too special. I just do my electric staple most of the time, which, if you do something like this, for example, this is a new Season 3 floor break. Right, that's a new Season 3 floor break, which is down back 2 countered. Good to know. And this will be useful in general because down back 2 on floor break is a little bit more usable. As I explained, you just do a normal electric staple, which is sidestep 4 into down forward 3, or without the down forward 3. Go to the wall, into whatever combo you want. That back 4 was there because of the wall positioning. Let's say I understand the combo, you can back 4 there. And if you don't want to back 4, you can just do a normal wall combo, go for Oki, and whatever. Right, that's a generic floor blast or floor break, whatever you want to call it, combo. Number one priority is go to the wall. If you can't go to the wall, go for the electric Oki option instead. There we go. You already have your combo. You already have it. Now let's talk about Wallblast, which is this right here. So whenever a floor blast happens, you still have to worry about a single hit wall splat or a second hit wall splat, just like in the balcony break situation. So if you do a single one like this, your combo looks like this. You just electric, something like this. You can do a normal electric as well, and your priority is to go to the wall. I messed up the combo there because of the weird angle, but as I said, your priority needs to be to go to the wall. This little electric I do, you don't actually need to do a normal electric. You don't need to do it. You can actually go for a wind god twist instead, because the damage doesn't change, actually. I've tested this. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, maybe 1 damage, but the damage doesn't really change if you do an actual electric or not, so that works. That's for a single hit, right? For a 2 hit, like a hell sweep, you just don't do the electric anymore, just instant back to 2. And then do the 3-1 that just like I showcased, go to the wall and then whatever. So these are the combos that I do. These are very consistent for what I know. If you do sidestep 4-1 instead of 3-1 here, it's gonna be a little bit more awkward. As you guys saw, I dropped the sidestep 4-1 combo because I'm not really used to it. I don't really use it there. But you can use it. It will require a bit more practice for it to get used to, but yeah, that is possible. This is for blasts that change the side, by the way. Right? A wall blast to change the side. So these are really, really good. Really, really good. And if they change the side, just like there's other stages as well. So let me showcase this stage. These combos are really good. But the combos here are way harder to do for you to reach to the wall. So let me explain these as well, because these are a little bit more difficult. So when it comes to this, if you do a single hit combo, like single hit wall splat, something like that, you do the same thing, but right now you have to be focused on wall carry. So you're using a lot of your movement, something like this, to actually go to the wall as much as possible. And it's actually possible to hit the wall without even using a heat burst, just like you just saw. This is not easy to do, and I would usually not recommend going for this too much unless you practice this. I practice this a lot, but yeah, this is very, very good to do. And if you want to make it easier for yourself to go to the wall, so a single hit blast like this, you do the same combo, and instead of just going without a heat burst, just heat burst here, dash in, do the same combo, and it will be a way easier wall splat for you with a heat burst, right? But as I mentioned, it is possible even without it, but it's exponentially harder. Now for the hell sweep wall splat, let's say something like this, I already explained it, just let go of the electric. And even in this situation, you can heat burst here, do the same kind of combo, and you will reach the wall here as well. So a heat burst extension is very, very useful if you still have it. If you don't have it, by the way, after the hell sweep, you can't really get to the other wall, most of the time anyway, with this combo route. There are some other combo routes, but I don't like them as much. This is my favorite one, so these are the ones that I'm going to showcase. One more thing that I didn't really talk about is one exception when it comes to floor blasts and even balcony breaks is heat smashes. So when you heat smash like this, and this floor blasts, or not floor blasts, wall blasts, you actually can't really do the back to 2 combo route that consistently. It works sometimes, but sometimes this will whip. I wouldn't really recommend it. So what I would recommend is go for the electric staple. So just sidestep 4-1 into down forward 1, down forward 2. Down forward 3 doesn't really work that much, but yeah, this staple works. Like, ended with an electric, I messed it up, but this is usually what I would recommend, usually. So, and when it comes to the other situations as well, for example, the balcony break, it's exactly the same. It is exactly the same. Because this actually counts as a 3-hit wall splat, from what I remember testing. Anyway, okay. So this are very, very good in this stage. There are other blasts as well, for example, on the Clive stage. On the Clive stage, you actually cannot get to the wall, even with the heat burst. I've tried it. I think it's possible with some combo routes, some very difficult ones, but I would not suggest it. So just go for either this route into Oki or the electric route. Both of them work. Now, when it comes to wall blasts that don't change the side, that's also another one, right? Another situation is something like this. The Hangar wall blast, which it just blasts, but it doesn't really change the side. You can kind of do the same thing, refer to this as a balcony break. It is very, very similar to a balcony break situation. This right here. So whenever you do the balcony break situation, I also said that you do a down back 4. Just down back 4 into a combo to the wall. So what you do here is very similar. You just down back 4 on a single hit wall splat. Down forward 1-4, you get the wall splat into whatever. Right? And the same thing actually works when it comes to the hell sweep. You don't really need to vary your combo too much, because you just down back 4 and you will always get to the wall. You really don't need to vary it almost at all. And this works in all of these situations. Even in the other stage that has this interaction. So this is one stage that has it, and the other one is Midnight Siege, this one. So even in this one, it will work exactly the same way. You just go to the wall blast, mix them up with either hell sweep or a single hit wall blast. which is usually at your mids, by the way. So you do something like this, down back 4, down 4, down 4, right? This will always work. It's very, very simple. You don't need to complicate things. You can make it more damaging by, let's say, doing electrics, let's say doing something else, but the consistency here is what I like and why I'm showing this to all of you, right? You just do this, down 4, down 4, it always works. This will always work. I don't think I've seen this not work. Maybe with some weird angles, very, very rarely, but yeah, this almost always works, and this is in every type of situation. Very consistent, very good wall carry, good combo, a good flexibility as well. So it does everything that you need, basically. It does everything that you need. The other thing I didn't mention is when it comes to floor blast combos, when it comes to hell sweep. Like hell sweep combo when it comes to the... I've been saying the same thing for like 5 times. When you do a hell sweep into Heaven's Gate, so when you do this right here, I didn't really mention this because it's the same situation. You do a normal electric staple, just like I mentioned. Just do a normal electric staple afterwards and try to get to the wall. If there's no wall, go for Oki. That's about it. And I think that's it for combos, by the way, for every single Kazuya situation. Didn't even take me half an hour. Let me just see. Like go over in my head. I'm pretty sure I mentioned everything. I mentioned electrics, forward forward 3, side step 3, 2 2, forward forward 4, down 1 plus 2, down forward 2, wall standing 2, wall standing 1 2. Pretty sure I mentioned everything. And when it comes to wall combos, it's, you know, it's just normal, down forward 3 plus 4 usually, or down forward 2 ender. Nothing too special about those. These are just neutral combos that I'm going to be talking about. I mentioned every type of a wall blast situation, like a wall blast that changes sides, a wall blast that doesn't change sides, like this one. Floor blast or floor break, both of them are the same, to be fair. You don't really need to change your combos up. I also mentioned balcony breaks. Balcony breaks are very, very simple. You just down back 4 usually, and your priority should be going to the wall. There are some exceptions, like on the Lee stage, if you break the wall with the double wall break, it's exactly the same as a balcony break. For whoever is confused about that, on the double wall break, let's say, the double wall break is exactly the same as the balcony break. Just down back 4 into a combo. So, yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Hopefully I did not forget anything. But yeah, YouTube, big thank you for watching. Big thank you. Hopefully it was useful because, as I said, usually combo hits don't really explain why they do them and what's the reason behind it. And my main reasoning, for me to explain it one more time, is the flexibility of this combo, the ease of use, and how optimized they are for wall carry. That's one of the most important things for me in combos anyway. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, YouTube, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Till then.